give you a little review on Datamate and how you'll access your tests and eventually your slow information. So remember, you can start by going to the school district website and clicking on the Datamate link. This will bring you to Datamate. You will be using your user ID and password. If you have forgotten your user ID and password, you'll need to contact Tana Gorglione in George Brady's office for her to reset that for you. Once you have that and log in, you want to be sure you're in Datamate if you want to check your tests. As you can see, we've started to load the online tests here below. Not all of the tests here are ready and linked. They will be by the time we get to the testing period next week. But for now, most of them for the high school are there. The rest will be there, we hope, by Thursday. So this is a review. Once you found your test, you would go in. You can preview the test to be sure it's your test. You'd go to Manage the Students to check the students in your class. And if a new student is added, maybe that day a new student has been added and you need to add them to take the test, you'll look them up here, click on them, add them to the group, scroll down to the bottom of the screen and save this, and the student will be ready to take the test. We had hoped that the button would be available for you to control the turning on and off of the test for the pre-test, but that doesn't seem to be in place yet. It will be in place by the end of the year. Students oftentimes at the beginning of the year forget their logins, so if that's the case, you can check them, and there should also be a list with the logins and the passwords in the labs where your students are taking the tests. I also wanted to remind you about the reports that are in Datamate. If you wanted to see reports on last year's tests, you would change the year. And there's a wide variety of tests that are in here. So all the post tests are in here from last year that you can take a look at how your students did on the post test. This is information that you'll want to use when you're setting up your new targets. The Regents exams are in here, as well as the state tests. And then there's all different types of reports based on the test. So in the Regents exam, if you have copies of the test and you're able to access the questions, you can see MIS-Q analysis and a variety of other reports. The Common Core standards are in here that everyone can access, and you can change that over here by going to your grade level, an easy reference for the state standards for English and for math. And as you can see, they're there for all the grades. So this is a nice reference for you when you want to take a look at the standards. We will be working on the SLOs later in the year, and if you remember, that's under the Staff Track program. But for now, we will be waiting until October to set the new targets. The SLOs and the state and local measures will be rolled over, and you'll be asked at your building to work with your principal on setting your targets using last year's data and the information that we have from the students taking the post-test last year. So for now, we hope to get through our second administration of our online tests over the next few weeks. So if you have any problems and you are asked to go on and you don't find that your classes are linked correctly, or there's a problem with your account, we can fix all this very simply. You'll just let your principal or assistant principal know, and we will take care of that. So for right now, on Tuesday, you would be able to see most of the high school tests, and I will let you know when the rest of the tests are available. So have a great year, and I will be working on the Datamate project with you this year, so I will see you. Thanks, and have a good day.